Hey you guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back. So today's video is going to be super fun because we'll be talking all things Sephora products. We'll be talking about my Sephora Vib summer sale picks, the things that I think are really worth your money. I know Sephora has a lot of overpriced items, and I'm always, if I can find something better at the drugstore, I'm all about it. But sometimes it's just fun to splurge, especially if you're a beauty junkie like me. So I have a huge box of goodies in front of me that I wanted to recommend to you guys. Lots of skincare, some makeup, some hair care. So yeah, we have a lot to talk about, so we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so first up, let's talk skincare. I always rave about Drunk Elephant. There's some products I like better than others, but some of my favorites have to be their moisturizers. And one of my new favorites is the La La Retro Whipped Cream. This is now with ceramides. They used to have it available, and I just never jumped on it because I always just thought it was a basic moisturizer. I just thought it was a little overpriced for what was actually contained in here. But with the addition of the ceramides, which is, there's a ton of studies to show that ceramides really help with your skin's barrier and help with hydrating your skin. I just was really excited, and I now felt like, okay, I can splurge on this. And really, it's $60, so in Drunk Elephant prices, that's actually not terrible. And I love this moisturizer. The whipped formula is just so creamy and luxurious on the skin, and it's amazing that they get that luxurious texture without the addition of silicones. All Drunk Elephant products are free of silicones, which is great. I usually don't have an issue with silicones. I like the exclusive nature of them, but I think it's pretty cool that you get such a hydrating product with all good for your skin, clean ingredients. So I love this. I think it's awesome. It moisturizes my skin so well. I've been loving this as a day cream. It just sits so nicely under foundation. It doesn't pill at all. It just absorbs really quickly, but still feels heavy, but yet not like pore clogging on the skin, if that makes sense. It's just a super hydrating cream, and my dry skin loves this. So I could not recommend this enough. I'm a huge fan of this. And then of course, I feel like I always recommend their Protini cream. I have repurchased this at least twice so far, and I just think this is another great value for your money. There's so many amazing skincare ingredients in here. There's glycolic acid, lactic acid, there's also 7 peptides, which that is the most that I've ever seen in a cream. There's a lot that have the matrixyl complex, but never 7 peptides. And if you're not familiar with peptides, they'll act as a humectant on your skin. They really hydrate your skin. There also may be a little bit of collagen production going on when you apply peptides to the skin. So I just think this is a really great moisturizer. And the thing with this, it's definitely lighter than the La La Retro, but this acts as like a really hydrating serum, and it just feels so good and just like butter on the skin. It's amazing. I really noticed a difference with this in the texture of my skin. I always wake up with the smoothest skin ever, just so bouncy and plump, and just, I don't know, this is one product that I've tried that I really just got instant results from as far as the hydration factor. You know, a lot of moisturizers just kind of do the trick, they kind of smooth everything over, but this, the next day, I can always look in the mirror and know that, oh my gosh, my skin just looks healthy and just, I don't know, it just looks nourished. So yeah, love that cream so much. Another one of my favorites. And then this serum that is kind of new to me. I started using this maybe 3 months ago. I talked about this in one of my favorites videos, but this is by Tarte, and this is their Youth or Dare serum. And this is really great. I think this is an amazing, I guess it's not a dupe because it's not like drugstore prices, but it's half the price of the Drunk Elephant Firma serum, and I think this is just as good, if not better. The Drunk Elephant is a little bit more of an oily texture. It's pretty heavy, and even for my dry skin, I think it's a little much sometimes. This is a little lighter, and I get the same exact results from it. But there's just something about this. When you apply this, your skin just feels tighter and glowier, and I don't know, it's one of those products that just gives you like that instant wow factor. So I really like this, and I feel like I'm seeing some results from this. And then let's talk about these sunscreens. I have a ton of other favorite sunscreens from Sephora. I'll link them down below along with other products that I'm not mentioning in this video. But these two have been recent discoveries for me. I had this for a while, but didn't really start reaching for this until recently. But this is the Defense Refresh Setting Mist by Supergoop. This is in an SPF of 50. But this is great because it's so refreshing. It has like a minty scent to it. It almost feels like, remember those minty mouth sprays? I almost kind of feel like I'm applying that when I put this on my face. But it's so refreshing, and the sprayer is amazing. It just distributes this cloud of beautiful SPF formula. This stuff is amazing. I like it because I can apply it over makeup and it doesn't give your face that tacky feel. A lot of SPF setting mists that I've tried just make my face feel tight and they just don't set nicely, but this absorbs really nicely into the skin. This is perfect to have in your purse too throughout the day because it's just a nice refresher throughout the day and you're getting that, you know, SPF protection. So I've been loving this. I love the scent of this. I just can't recommend this more. I love it. I think I'll have to dive more into the ingredient list. There might be SD alcohol in here, so for my dry skin friends it might be a little drying. I have dry skin. I don't really notice the dryness so much, but I think it needs that SD alcohol in here to kind of dry up in a sense over your makeup, because if you're just throwing extra fluid onto your makeup, it's not always the best thing. It can kind of melt your foundation off, but just be mindful of that if you like to avoid alcohol in your products. And the Boom Boom Soul Oil is another one of my favorites. I would definitely recommend this. If you're a fan of body oils, but you don't like the heavy feel and the slipperiness you get from them, I think you would really like this. This almost performs like a dry oil. It's really fast absorbing, but still leaves a sheen to your skin. Let me apply it so you guys can see what it looks like. There are some glitter flecks in here, but they're really fine. Just enough to add like a pretty sheen to your skin. And yeah, it has that same original Boom Boom scent. It's nice and lightweight feeling on the skin, and it's just great for an all over body SPF. So I've been loving this, and it makes your legs look healthy and smooth on the beach, and it's just an easy SPF to apply. And then next up, I always stock up on my Brazilian Boom Boom cream. Love this stuff. I just cannot get enough of this tropical scent. I think I got this one through Octoly, but anytime I see it, I always repurchase it. It's amazing, and the sheen this gives to your skin is absolutely gorgeous. It just leaves the prettiest sheen. It just makes your skin look so healthy and glowy, and oh my gosh, I just love the scent so much. And the hydration really sticks with you as well. Supposedly this has an ingredient that's supposed to tighten and firm your skin. I don't know how much tightening and firming I'm getting from this, but it's just a cream that kind of helps you fake it until you make it kind of a thing. It just makes your skin look nice and you just feel confident with it on. So I love that stuff. It's just great. All right, and then on to makeup. So this Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I have never had to repurchase this. This has lasted me forever, but I just love this, and I feel like I tell all my friends about this spray. It's just amazing. I don't feel like this is talked about enough. Everybody talks about their Dewy Mist, which I haven't tried yet, but I love the illuminating factor I get from this. Let me apply it so you guys can see how it looks. It distributes the product in such like a nice fine mist, and it feels so good on the skin, and it gives the most like perfect glow. It's not too radiant where it looks unnatural. It just gives like a nice healthy glow to your skin. I love it, and this also smells like coconuts. It smells amazing, and it's just a nice lightweight feel. It doesn't feel sticky, and it keeps my skin hydrated, so I love that setting mist. And then let's get into foundation. So you could just look at these and tell that they're some of my most loved foundations. They are pretty beaten up, especially my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. This is just a foundation that lives in my makeup bag. It's just an effortless, no-fail foundation. It blends into your skin so seamlessly, and it gives the nicest natural look to your skin. Beautiful satin finish. There's no glow, but just a healthy look. Medium to buildable coverage, just enough. Doesn't look cakey. Love this. I don't know if they'll be discontinuing that with the new foundation coming out, but pick it up while you can. It's great. And then the IT Cosmetics CC Oil-Free Matte Poreless Finish Full Coverage Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum. It's a mouthful. SPF of 40. So I don't really have to say much more because it's all in the name. Poreless finish, it really smooths everything out in your skin, and full coverage. It gives the most beautiful full coverage finish without looking heavy or makeup-y. And especially with my dry skin, it's really hard for me to find a matte foundation that gives me that nice smooth finish, and this just does that for me. I love that I get the SPF of 40 in here. It's just great. If you've had bad luck with matte foundations, I think you would really love this. It's so good. I love all their CC creams, but I've been reaching for that one a lot more recently. I'm wearing it today, and yeah, I just love how it just smooths everything out. I love the finish. I love the coverage. And then another CC cream. This is by Supergoop. This is their broad spectrum CC cream in an SPF of 35. This is so great. Another thing that gets so much hype, and the hype is definitely well deserved with this product. This gives great coverage, and I just love that you can apply it with your hands and you don't have to worry about it being streaky heavy at all. With a good BB cream or CC cream, I'm always looking for a formula that's gonna just blend into my skin nicely. This is another no fuss product. I definitely like products that make my life easier. I've been wearing this to work a lot lately because it's really lightweight and it's just easy. I can literally put it on my fingertips and it just blends into my skin so nicely. It covers great. I would say it's maybe medium coverage. It just really evens out my complexion. It feels lightweight on the skin and it gives a slight glow factor to your skin too. It just makes your skin look healthy. I love that stuff. I'm sad I didn't discover that before. I feel like that was talked about a few years ago and I didn't discover it until recently. It's just great. I have the light to medium shade and it really just adapts to my skin tone really nicely depending on whether or not I'm on the paler side or I'm on the tanner side. So yeah, the shade match is great too for me as well, and I just love the formula. It feels great on the skin. And then a couple hair care things. The first one is by Olaplex. This is their number 6 bond smoother. I did a whole video comparing numbers 4 through 6? No, 3 through 6. And I came out really loving the number 6. But I love this because even though it's a styling cream, you're still getting that patented bond smoother that's also in the number 3 leave-in treatment. And I just love the way this made my hair look and feel. It makes my hair feel so silky. It helps me run a brush through it. And I really think this has added to the health of my hair. It's just great. It gives my hair shininess. It's just, it's so good. The hype is real with Olaplex. I totally get it now. I want to try their bond smoothing oil, I think it's called. It's their number 7 that just came out. Let me know if you guys have tried that out. So that might be on my Sephora wish list. I think I might add that to my cart. But yeah, I've been loving that. I couldn't recommend that enough. And then this Amika Buster Brass Violet Leave-In Treatment Foam. My friends that deal with brassiness, this will be your best friend. This is great. It's a really lightweight foam that has a light violet color to it. So it really helps to balance out those brassy tones. And I love that this gives a little bit of a hydration factor. It's not super heavy, but it just adds some silkiness as well. I feel like my purple shampoos can really dry out my hair. So it's a nice balance when I'm in between purple shampoos. So I really love that. I haven't tried anything else from Amika. Let me know if you guys have. I feel like everybody talks about their hair mask, but yeah, I always hear good things about that brand. And then, let's talk about this newly discovered blush. I've been obsessed with this. This is by Bare Minerals. This is new from them. This is one of their Bounce and Blur blushes. This is in the shade Coral Cloud. This is probably the most silkiest blush I've ever felt. It is so creamy. It goes under the skin so nicely, so seamlessly, and it's just a beautiful formula. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if my camera will pick up the shimmer in here, but it's just so gorgeous. It's the perfect balance between a peachy and a pink tone blush, and it just gives that healthy flush to your skin and just the right amount of shimmer. Not too much. It doesn't give your skin any like glitter flecks, but it's such a nice formula. It's meant to be blended into your skin with fingertips, but I actually like this with my e.l.f. stipple brush because it just, I don't know, it just goes on really nicely and easily. It's just great. I just love how pretty, it just sits so nicely on the skin. Love this formula. The pink shade looked really pretty as well. I was torn between the coral shade and the pink shade, so you can't go wrong. But yeah, I love the silky texture of that blush. I love that. And then the Jouer blush duos are amazing. First of all, the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I think that's what pulled me in, but besides the packaging, again, this formula is great as well. This is going to be a little bit more powdery, a little bit more dusty, but still blends into the skin really nicely. It's not, I just feel like you cannot go wrong with either of these colors. So I'm wearing this shade over here today. It's a pretty baby pink shade, and then it also comes with this more peachier shade. So you have a cool toned blush for a cool tone look, and then you have your warmer tone blush. So I love that, and the formula is gorgeous. It gives a nice shimmer to the face, and yeah, I love that color. It's just so pretty. Let me just apply a little bit so you guys can see. It has just the right pigmentation too. It's not too pigmented. Highly pigmented blushes freak me out because, you know, if I'm doing my makeup, sometimes I'm doing it at 6 in the morning before I'm leaving for work and it's still dark out. I'm practically doing my makeup in the dark, so I'm always self-conscious that I'm leaving the house with like a streak of blush on my face. But this is just like an effortless, no fail blush. I love it. I love the 2 shades in here, and I have the rose gold duo, but all the duos look really pretty. And then next up, I have this new favorite by Kevyn Aucoin. This is their sculpting powder in the shade Light. I talked about this before, but I always use their medium shade, and I have fallen in love with the light shade. It's just very forgiving, and you don't really have to worry about over applying the contour. It just adds a really nice shadow to the face. It's the perfect neutral contour shade. I love it so much. Looking back, I think the medium is a little too dark for my skin tone. The light is just perfect. I love it. $44 is absolutely insane, I know, for a contour shade. You can get the Duo, and it contains a highlighter as well. I'll insert that link. That's actually how I discovered his sculpting powders, was through that Duo, because it was half the price. And the highlight in there is really nice as well. So I would also recommend that Duo. It's great. And then next up, let's talk about, this Hourglass powder. I know everybody's been talking about this. The Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Another product that is, yes, worth the hype. This is amazing, especially from somebody with dry skin. There's very few setting powders that don't highlight my texture or dry patches. This literally floats over your skin and smooths out your skin. It just gives that like soft focus effect where there literally looks like there's a filter on your skin. It's just amazing. Well worth the price. The powder just feels like you're really getting your money's worth with it. It just does magical things for your face. This is also great for if your foundation settles. This is also great for if your foundation tends to settle into your pores or fine lines. Just pat a little bit on a sponge and it literally just smooths everything out somehow. But sometimes I'll get that like speckly look around my nose where my pores are larger, and I'll take a little bit on a sponge and just pat it down, and it just smooths out everything, and it just makes your skin look flawless. It's just so great. I will say they call it translucent, but if I don't blend that in nicely, I can see a little bit of a white cast, so just keep that in mind. But it is a great powder. I just love that soft focus effect I get from it, and it's not overly matte. It looks like a natural skin. It's just such a pretty finish. Love that powder. That's my new favorite. By Cover FX, that used to be my favorite. I'm definitely into the Veil Setting Powder. I love that. And then a mascara. So there's not too many high-end mascaras that I recommend. I just find that there's so many good ones at the drugstore. But the Kush Milk Makeup Waterproof Mascara is so good. It just makes your eyelashes look just so fluffy and just wispy looking, and just that flirty look. It's just one of those mascaras that I enjoy applying, because you can instantly, like, the more you apply, the more you're seeing that like amazing lift. You're getting the separation, the thickness. It's just, I don't know, it's just a really fun product because you're getting those dramatic results. So it's just really gratifying. And the formula is really nice. I can't say I've really tested this out if it's waterproof, but I will say it lasts all day. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake. I'm wearing it today, and I just feel like I love that. The dramatic false lash effect I get from it. And then moving on to lips, I'm going to put a lot of my lip picks below because I could talk about lip products all day. But some of my favorites, let's talk about the one I'm wearing today. This is by Bite Beauty. This is one of their Amuse Bouche. That is such a tongue twister. I love this formula. This is like a lip treatment in a lipstick. The way, I guess, Bite Beauty is known for the fact that their lipsticks are edible. They're made from edible oils, and they feel just so good on the lips. They're so like smoothing. But I can apply this when my lips are just looking just gross and peely and in need of some desperate treatment, and this just takes away any of that peeliness. And as a matter of fact, I'm wearing it today and my lips are super dry, and it's just a forgiving lipstick, and it wears nicely. It feels great on the lips. This is, oh my gosh, this has seen better days. You can tell this is a well-loved lipstick. I love the shade. It's my perfect pinky nude. It's smoothing on the lips, so creamy, wears nicely. It's probably one of the creamiest lip formulas that I've tried that really lasts at the same time. The next lipstick, I love the formula, but it's not the most longest lasting bullet lipstick. But the Bite Beauty lipsticks just hold their pigment, they stay in place, and they just really last for a cream lipstick. And I love, again, that it's like a treatment in a lipstick. So they're some of my favorites. And then my next lipstick love, this is probably my new favorite lipsticks. These are by Becca. These are the Ultimate Love lipsticks. The formula is just amazing. These are some of the butteriest, most butteriest, is that a word? I'm not sure about that one. But some of the silkiest, smoothest lipsticks I've tried. They just feel so nice going onto the lips. Forget Tom Ford, forget a $55 lipstick. These are in the 20-something dollar range, and they feel, I'm telling you, they feel like a high-end luxury lipstick. They feel amazing on the lips. And so many great shades in the line. My two favorites are probably Bare and Petal. I also have Yours Truly. This is more of like a beigey nude, but unfortunately I think this is going to be discontinued. This was part of the Chloe and Malika line. You can still get this from Beautylish, however, so if you're a beigey brownie nude fan, I think you would really like that. But I do like my pinky nudes, and this, I think the shade Petal is my new favorite. It is that perfect Your Lips But Better shade. It's so gorgeous. It's just like a wearable berry color. It's so pretty. You can apply it lightly and you get a nice pretty sheen on the lips. And if you just apply it with a little bit more pressure, it just ups the pigmentation, and it's just so pretty. This is my like new everyday shade. I love this, so couldn't recommend these enough. The packaging is amazing too. It has that like satisfying magnetic closure as well, so it feels really high-end. So love those lipsticks. And then another product by Bite Beauty that I've been loving is this Agave Plus Nighttime Lip Therapy Lip Treatment. This is great. If you weren't a big fan of the original lip masks by them, it's still sold, but it's the one that's in the tube. That formula is really heavy and tacky, and for me, I feel like I really need the nighttime for that to absorb into my lips. But this formula is so just silky and emollient. It comes in this little pot, and it also comes with a little tiny spatula, so it makes it feel kind of extra special, but it feels so buttery on the lips. I'll put it over my Bite Beauty, but it gives a little bit of sheen to the lips. So I just love that it's more fast absorbing than the sleeping mask, and it just gives your lips that slip, that smoothness, that just the baby soft lips. I'll apply this at night and I wake up with the softest lips ever, and I can also apply this in the morning, like right before a liquid lipstick, and I know that it's gonna absorb pretty quickly and just heal any like chappedness or peeliness that I've had overnight. So yeah, that's my new favorite, and I'm a sucker for lip treatments. I feel like I've tried them all. It's another thing. Let me know what's your favorite lip treatment. That's something I love trying out. I really am interested in trying out the Lila B lip oils, the pinky shade. It looks gorgeous. It's a $30 lip oil, so I can't even, I'm still like, oh my gosh, am I gonna spend $30 on a lip gloss? But if it's something I'm gonna have in my purse and I'll wear every day, I don't know, I think I might treat myself. So I might pick that up. And then two of my favorite palettes. So first up, Soft Glam. I mean, you cannot go wrong with this palette. Check out these gorgeous shades in here. It's a mess because I use it all the time, but so many gorgeous shades in here. I love these deeper browns down here. That's actually what I'm wearing today, but this is the one palette I can use when I'm going for a more smokier look that I can feel confident in using, because the formula is just so easy to work with. I don't have the best skills when it comes to blending, but this just makes it just so effortless to apply shadow. Today I used the burnt orange shade as a transition color, and then I used the shade Rustic as an all over color, and I just kind of blended it together to give that all over smoky eye. And the shadows just blend so nicely. The shimmers are gorgeous. The shimmers are a little flaky, but still amazing pigmentation from them, and this is just such a staple. You can just get so many glam looks from this palette. I feel like I will treasure this forever. This is one of my favorites. And then a newly discovered favorite for me, I've been talking about this a lot on my Instagram and also on my YouTube, but this is the Young Wild and Cruelty Free palette. This is fun. I feel like this helps me kind of step out of my comfort zone. I love this palette because it has some neutral shades in here, but there's also some pops of color. You have this gorgeous like teal shade in here, this blue, and then these like warmer tones over here are really gorgeous. But these mattes in here are so creamy. They blend so nicely. It has that signature Tarte smelling eyeshadow scent, that like chocolatey smell, which I love. I love Tarte shadows. They can be hit or miss for me. I feel like the In Bloom palette is another one of my favorites. That's another staple that I would highly recommend. But this palette, the shadows are super creamy, really pigmented. The shimmers are kind of on the drier side, but still have amazing color payoff, and they're just really pretty. So I love this palette, and the packaging is just gorgeous. It has that fun holographic rainforest print on the outside, so I love this. It feels really heavy too, so I appreciate the packaging. I just feel like you're really getting your money's worth with this palette. This will be a new staple for me. I've been loving this. So that is it. That is all the products I wanted to share today. Of course, I have so many more Sephora recommendations. I'll link other Sephora videos I've done down below, and I'll also link other products from Sephora because there's just so many. I could talk for probably like an hour about my favorites from Sephora. So this was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But do me a favor, leave your favorite high-end lipstick shade or lipstick formula. I always like trying new lipsticks during these sales as well. I've discovered some of my favorite holy grail lipsticks through some of these sales, so I'd love to hear from you guys. Always love hearing from you guys. Share your comments down below. Let me know what you guys are going to be picking up. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Happy shopping, guys. See ya.